The Social Security Act was signed into law on August 15, 1935. It was drafted during my first term as president. The act was passed by Congress as part of the Second New Deal. This act benefits unemployed and retired citizens. It enables several states to make provisions for the elderly and the blind. It benefits dependent and crippled children and child welfare. The administration will establish a Social Security Board to raise revenue. I believe in this act 100%, and I know it will help the general welfare. The goal I'm planning on accomplishing with the Social Security Act is to keep American families from becoming deprived in any way. This program will allow our people to be able to have the essentials to live on in this time. I believe that an adequate program of Social Security should enable our people to become motivated and improve individual creativity. And that is just another advantage as to what this Social Security Act will inspire. This act is completely necessary if this nation should want to continue making economic progress and keep our stable society. We are after the objective of assuring American families, with the help of their own initiative, to create a secure economic prosperity. There were many positive outcomes that came from the Social Security Act. The Social Security Act gave stability to many people in the United States. It gave us our economic structure and also contributed enormously toward the impact of depression and the mild recession. The Social Security Act was just an idea or hope to help the American people during the Depression. The Social Security Act encouraged older workers to retire, which opened job opportunities for younger workers. The Social Security Act revolutionized the political and social philosophy on the responsibility of the government. This was the first time the government had responsibility for the individual welfare of all Americans. The Social Security Act provided economic security that the American people desperately needed during this time of struggle. The Social Security Act targets these three groups: the elderly, retirement, and the unemployed. I believe that critics say there is not enough insurance to distribute to all the elderly and do not include agricultural and domestic workers. I have some mixed feelings about this situation. However, I believe that it is risky to guarantee money to retired people. My belief is that the long-term benefits of giving money overlooks the negative effects. I understand where Roosevelt is coming from on both ends of the spectrum, but I believe these groups should deserve the money that they are given as a financial support. Also, I believe that the economy has fear of holding on to so much money, and we're afraid of not able to provide because of the instability of the economy. Even though the Social Security Act is very beneficial, it also has an impact based on how well the economy is doing in order to pay out the money that is needed. The Social Security Act had many criticisms, but in the end it helped many, many people. I believe the Social Security Act is necessary because it will better our country. With the passing of this act, those that are needy will be less worrisome. Those families with handicapped children, crippled children, will be financially assisted by the government. The elderly will also benefit from this act, as when people grow old, they lose some of their capabilities to work and struggle continuously financially. I am passing this act to help you, the people, and especially to help the people in each state that are in the most need of financial help. I feel anyone deserves the same chances as anyone else. So I am passing this act because I want you, the people, to live the better life if life permits. The Social Security Act was a social welfare legislative act which created the Social Security system in the United States. The early Social Security program included a basic retirement sum of money to be paid to individuals depending on that money the person invested into the program. This act was a government-operated program. It was required by all workers to be involved. When the time came when a person was involved for at least 10 years of employment, Then that person was allowed to take money from their account each month upon retiring. This system protected individuals from financial hardships. This legislator was set out to help people who had trouble providing for their families and themselves. Some examples include old age, the blind, the dependent and crippled children, maternal and child welfare, public health, and the administration of their unemployment compensation laws. Some other things that might affect a person enough to not be able to provide might be related to a disability, death, or retirement. This has benefited many people like disabled workers. One of the greatest benefits is when a working family member happens to pass away. Their immediate family members can still have Social Security income money available to them to help get their necessities. This is a life-changing decision that can impact you and your family's health and happiness in a great way. Anyone who passes this offer and happens to experience the death of a working family member will be left with no money to help support their family and themselves. I believe that the Social Security Act will give the American people the security they need through this post-Depression era.